Yo, hey everyone, what's up? Johnny T here, the SPP Plancha podcast here. Sorry for the late and random coming on here like literally 15 minutes before King of the Ring starts, but I wanted to come on and get my predictions in for the match card before it happens here. So I got about 15 minutes before the show starts, so definitely made it in right at the last second. But I wanted to get these in on camera before the show starts, and so that way I can have these in, and then I can actually come back maybe after the show and do a more in-depth on live stream with y'all and whatnot. Say I don't even have my normal background here today either. I just have my Eddie Guerrero over here, and so but I wanted to come on here and I was like, I need to come on here before the show starts and give my predictions. There's only 6 matches on the cards. It's not going to take me very long to do this. But let's start off. What I'll do is we'll start off with the King of the Ring finals and the Queen of the Ring finals. And then we'll go to the three championship matches we have on the card. Or the four championship matches we have on the card. Excuse me. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the Queen of the Ring. The Queen of the Ring finals was set yesterday on SmackDown, and it is the something that I didn't a final that I didn't think was going to happen, but we have a final of Lyra Valkyria versus Nia Jax. I didn't even really think that either one of these two women would be in the finals, but here we are. So for me, I feel like based on where we're at when it comes to Lyra and Nia, this is clearly, in my honest opinion, I'm gonna go with Lyra Valkyria being the winner of this because I feel like if you're going to be giving her a major push here and trying to make her look very strong coming up, I mean, obviously it seems like they have the rocket, like they want to strap the rocket to her right from the draft. So if that's your plan, then I guess you should probably have her win Queen of the Ring. Of course, also Triple H came out the other day and said that the winners of each one of these finals, like the King and the Queen of the Ring, will actually get a world championship shot at this year's SummerSlam. So this is already setting up a main event for two of the champions come August, and we're only in May. So it's kind of like how the Royal Rumble sets up for the WrestleMania championship matches. This is going to set up for the SummerSlam championship matches, which is kind of cool. A new wrinkle. It makes the crown mean something more than just being a crown, like a show off crown kind of thing, a gimmick. It actually means something if these men and women win these matches today. So that's why I think Lyra Valkyria will probably win the match here, and she'll get a title shot at SummerSlam against man, that's a tough one. I'm gonna go with Lyra, although I could see Nia winning just so that way Nia could get a match against Bailey for the championship. But I think Lyra's the way to go here, in my opinion. So I'm gonna go with Lyra. I'm gonna go with Lyra Valkyria winning here. She'll challenge probably Liv Morgan, or although I kind of feel like Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley is the way to go at SummerSlam. But I guess the question is going to be will Rhea Ripley be ready by SummerSlam? But I'm gonna go with Lyra, but I have a feeling that Nia will probably win this match. But I'm gonna go with Lyra if you want to keep her hot. But I could see Nia winning this and getting a match against Bailey at SummerSlam, possibly even winning that match at SummerSlams. But I'm gonna go ahead and stick with Lyra on that one. So let's go on to the King of the Ring, and the King of the Ring match was set last night when Randy Orton beat Tama Tonga. So awesome there. So we have Randy versus Gunther for the first time ever, which will be freaking awesome. And I have, as much as I think Gunther would be a nice King of the Ring, I think he'd be awesome I think that this has Randy Orton written all over it, so that way at SummerSlam we can do Randy Orton, and it was teased a little bit, right, at yesterday's SmackDown, but Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes has all the money written all over it at SummerSlam. And granted, I don't know how much time we have left with Randy, although he seems to say he's the healthiest he's been in a very long time, and he wants to do this a lot longer. But you never know, right? You never know. Anything can happen. So if you can get Randy versus Cody Rhodes in for the WWE Championship now or soon, that would be great. And they'll have about 3 months to build this, so that'll be perfect. And that'll be, Cody Rhodes really first. I mean, granted, AJ Styles was nice, and I'm sure Logan Paul, we'll get into that here in a second. But Randy versus Cody is a money dream match. At least now, where they're both at in their careers, for the WWE Championship will be amazing. So I'm going to go with RKO being the king of the ring here. So then we're going to go to our championship matches. So let's go to the, which this is going to be an easy one in my opinion. Then we'll go to the women's tag match. We're going to go ahead and just knock that out really quick. I'm not going to spend too much time on that. But we will have the champions, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, who did not make it to the finals, defending their titles against Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. And I believe that match probably has already happened because it's a kickoff match. So it probably already happened, and I haven't been watching, so I have no idea what's going on. But if it was in the kickoff, it may be happening now, or it may already have happened. So I don't know. We'll have to go and look at that. But you already know who's winning that. I mean, Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, they're not losing their tag team titles today. Especially on a kickoff match. They're not going to be losing that. So then let's go over to the Women's World Championship match. And this one has a lot of intrigue in my opinion, because you have finally one-on-one. We have Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship. And I think right now is the time. I am going to go with Liv Morgan, because I think it's her time to finally come through and win the big one. Even though it's been a couple of years since he won the SmackDown Women's title a couple of years ago, now's the time to strap the rocket to her and complete the Liv Morgan revenge tour, or complete the next step of it, and give her a title run here, going all the way into SummerSlam or even past that. I would be shocked if Becky wins this match. If Becky wins this match, we're going to have a lot to talk about after the show, about how I just don't know what you do with Liv Morgan anymore at this point then. But I'm going to go with Liv. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a really, really good match, but I'm going to go with Liv Morgan finally getting her win. If she doesn't, like I said, we're going to have a lot to talk about, because I was already very, very heated about how the Battle Royal went. And that will make me even more heated if she doesn't win this match today. But we'll see what happens, because you never know. It's a normal rules match, so it's possible she could get disqualified or something, and that could prolong the rivalry. But I think it's time for Liv. But we'll see what they decide to do. Okay, so then let's get to my potential match of the night here. And it's for the Intercontinental Championship. And it is a triple threat match between Sami Zayn, Chad Gable, and Bronson Reed. And I have a feeling this match is going to steal the show. This will probably be your match of the night, because of the matches that we get between Sami and Chad. We got on Monday with Chad winning, with Otis helping him out. But the new Chad Gable that we got, I am really, really enjoying the new the new and improved Chad Gable, this new attitude that he has. I think this is a tough one, but I think because of the what's going on with Chad Gable and the Alpha Academy, Otis will be ringside, but I don't think that Otis is going to help Chad win the Intercontinental Championship. I think he's going to officially, turn his back on Chad and stand up for himself tonight. And that'll be the end of the Alpha Academy as we know it, as it stands right now. The new and possibly different one could be coming here pretty soon, as they teased a potential relationship between Chad Gable and the Creed brothers. But that remains to be seen. We'll have to see how that goes. But I'm going to go with Sammy retaining here. I think he ends up keeping the title a little bit longer until they decide, what kind of matchup, what kind of other matchups they're going to want to do here. Although my heart says I want to see Chad Gable win the Intercontinental Championship. I think he's had a lot of opportunities to do it. And at some point, it's like the same thing with Liv Morgan. At some point, you got to have him win, right? And see what he can do with it. Otherwise, he might get lost in the shuffle. And Chad Gable's such a compelling and good character. And he was so prominent across the whole entire episode of Raw on Monday. It would be a shame to have him lose again and then lose him in the shuffle. That Chad Gable's not a guy you should lose in the shuffle, in my opinion. But I find it hard to believe that Chad, especially after winning on Monday, that he's going to win again tonight. That's usually not how it works, So I'm going to go with Sammy. Although I would be happy to see Chad win, I'm going to go with Sammy on my predictions on that one. So that brings us to our last and final match, our main event of the night for the undisputed WWE Championship. That pits the unorthodox matchup of Cody Rhodes, our reigning and defending world champ, versus Logan Paul. And I said a while back that if this was going to be a double title match for the United States Championship as well, I was going to be 100% against that, and I did not like the idea of that. And I'm glad that Logan Paul said that his title will not be on the line. He's not putting his title on the line. So I'm actually very, very happy about that. With that being said, not that it wasn't already pretty much set in stone, this could also be match of the night. I'm have my eye on the Intercontinental Championship. I'm actually going to put a star behind it because I'll get extra points if it does end up being the match of the night. But this one has the potential to do the same because Logan Paul is actually, for as much as I fucking hate Logan Paul, he's a good wrestler and he's entertaining and he puts on really, really good matches. I mean, his match last year with Roman Reigns was really, really, really good in Saudi. So I would imagine it would be pretty good against Cody here, but he's not winning the WWE Championship from Cody, especially if Randy ends up winning the King of the Ring earlier in the night. Most definitely Cody Rhodes is the easy go-to here. So I'm going Cody. I'm going Cody winning here. I would say he wins here with maybe just one crossroads, not three. I say I'm gonna make that kind of a little extra mark here. I'm gonna go. Good Lord, Kali, do you have a problem? My cat, guys, I'm sorry. She acts like I'm not in the other room. Good Lord. Anyways, guys, before I get out of here, yeah, Cody Rhodes, and I'm gonna say one crossroads only. Same thing that he did with AJ. The Super 3 crossroads is reserved for someone big like Roman Reigns or The Rock. Everybody else should not be needed. So I think one crossroads, Logan Paul is done. He may kick out of one, but what I mean is he's not gonna have to do the triple one or anything like that. But yeah, that's what I got. So Lyra Valkyria is my queen of the ring. Randy Orton is my king of the ring. Jade Cargill, and they probably already won that match. Liv Morgan's my new champion. Sami Zayn's still the Intercontinental Champion, and Cody Rhodes is still your WWE Champion. So the show's about to start here in less than 30 seconds. So I'm going to go and watch the show. And after the show, if I can help it, I will come back on here. We'll talk about it. We'll see who won, who lost, and we'll discuss it and see how close. And hopefully my predictions were 100%. If not, nobody challenged me today, so it doesn't matter. But I want to try to get as close to 100% as possible. But I'm going to go check out the show, guys. Y'all enjoy too, and we'll see you here in a couple of hours. Peace.